Hey everybody, Black Ninja 797 here, and welcome back to another episode of Left 4 Dead 2 Myth Busting Mondays. And in today's video for the final myth, we're going to be testing to see if whether or not that if a bot survivor can pinpoint where a hunter is hiding by listening to their footsteps and not directly seeing them. Hunter footsteps by design, at least to the player, are completely silent, and the only way you can figure out whether or not a hunter is nearby is usually just to listen for an audio cue. However, though, when it comes to the bot survivors, there is sometimes that they're completely oblivious, and there's other times where they end up snapping onto a hunter's head and killing them immediately. The bots are consistently inconsistent, as I'd like to say, so let's put this to the test. Let's see if more often or not that the survivors can pinpoint where a hunter is, or if the hunter can successfully sneak up on them. If you guys end up enjoying today's video, please drop a like, comment, subscribe, follow, and all that beautiful stuff. And if you also have a myth of your very own that you would like to have be featured in next week's episode, please by all means leave it here in the comments down below. Or also alternatively, you can leave it in my Discord server, which is going to be linked down below in this video's description. And all that being said, guys, I hope you ended up enjoying seeing this week's episode of Left 4 Dead 2 Myth Busting Mondays. Myth: does Coach close his eyes while he prays for the food court to be okay in NSenr Chapter 3? Alrighty guys, the first myth is submitted by Dr. Zed, aka Dan. Now I'm sure there's a decent amount of you that have heard this exact voice line before, but I don't know how many of us have actually went up to Coach and looked at him while he was saying it. Most of us probably just opened the safe room door immediately and just went straight into the gameplay. However though, this time around, I took the time to reload the game multiple times until I got Coach to say the line, and then when he finally did end up saying it, he actually did end up going on to close his eyes while he prayed. If I zoom in, you can see the footage of it right here while I'm looking through my sniper scope. And here's another angle where I got my flashlight in his face. So this is going to mean that myth number 1 is confirmed. Coach does indeed close his eyes while he's praying for the food court to be okay in NSenr Chapter 3. Nice attention to detail, Valve. Myth: can you run both Left 4 Dead 2 and CS2 at the same time, even if they each use similar game engines? Alrighty guys, the second myth is going to be submitted in by Tacky Rovelator. I'm going to start up Left 4 Dead 2 first, and then I'm going to start up CSGO second, and it looks like that based off of what I'm seeing, it looks like both games can at least boot fine. But what about playing an actual game on each one? So tabbing back into Left 4 Dead 2 first, it looks like that the game's running stable, I can be able to shoot my guns and be able to walk around without lagging, and this seems to be also the case for CS2, which means that the myth is going to be confirmed. You can run both Left 4 Dead 2 and CS2 at the exact same time, even though they have similar engines. Myth: if both teams in versus get the same score in a round, but don't make it to the safe room, will the tiebreaker be based off infected damage? Alrighty guys, the third myth of today's episode is going to be submitted in by Dirk at Work. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to have Spencer and Tacky Rovelator kill me and Dan one round, and then we're going to kill them on the next round, and then on the finale of the last stand, we're going to actually have it where me and Dan and the bots are going to kill ourselves, so that way there's no infected damage score going to Spencer and Tacky's team. And then on the last round, when me and Dan are the infected again, we're going to kill Spencer, Tacky, and the bots on their team, so that way we should have the most score by the end of the game. Once we fully kill Spencer, Tacky, and the bots, and the game ends up ending, and we're in a tiebreaker, the game actually does not factor in infected damage. It still just remains a tie, and the game ends up having no winner. So this makes myth 3 busted. If you get a tie, even if you have more damage on the infected team, the infected damage does not change the outcome of who wins the match. Myth: can you block a witch with a door on expert realism mode? Alrighty guys, the fourth myth is submitted in by Jacrispy. By the way, Jacrispy, thank you for letting me know that you actually watch my episodes of Myth Busting Mondays while you're drawing. That's actually really cool to know, bro. Now when it comes to your myth, my friend, I'm going to be showing you this right here. The witch does not seem to give a shit, at least for us, if whether or not a door is in the way. And it doesn't seem to matter what type of door it was, whether it was wood or metal, she still broke them down. Now, despite our gameplay footage, I've seen other people block a witch with a door on expert realism mode. It's just for some reason we weren't able to get that result. And I don't know why. I don't know if whether or not that this has been changed in a gameplay update or something, or if whether or not that this is a glitch and it's not something that you're supposed to be able to do consistently. If anybody knows what's going on, please feel free to let us know. But because I've seen it happen, but we weren't able to replicate it, I'm only going to label the myth as plausible because I don't feel comfortable calling it confirmed when we can't do it ourselves. It seems just simply having the game on expert realism and then closing the door interface is not enough. Myth: can a bot survivor tell where a hunter is by listening for its footsteps? Alrighty guys, and then the last myth of today's episode is submitted in by Blue Dope. Now, within the gameplay here, you're about to see the bot survivors hear me up on the roof and start shooting me because I was walking around and not crouching. This seems pretty straightforward, right? But here's the thing. This gameplay is completely different than the gameplay that we got when we first attempted this as of yesterday. When we had attempted this yesterday, and I shit you not, we were able to get up right behind the survivor while walking the entire time, and they did not turn around. And this happened on several occasions. This is why I previously had said back at the beginning of the video that the bots are consistently inconsistent. Sometimes, yes, the bots can do their job and they can protect you. And then there's times like this, where they're both blind and deaf to their surroundings. And you might as well give like a pet rock a Glock, and that would be a better bodyguard than the bot survivors. Normally for a type of myth like this, I would label this as confirmed. But because I have two extremely different gameplay examples from different days testing this, I instead want to label this as plausible. Calling this confirmed or busted would feel misleading due to the different gameplay examples that were provided here today. I know some of you have had examples of the bots being horrendously bad. You can find any comment online about the bots sucking. But there's also times where they do genuinely do their job, like in the first gameplay example. All I'll say is this, is I wouldn't hold your breath if you're relying on the bots to save your life. This is probably the footage of the best gameplay example I could ever give to show why the bots in this game are outdated and severely need an AI update, because my god man, it's painful to watch them just completely ignore the guys just being right behind them the entire time. But yeah guys, that is it here for today's video, and I do truly hope you all ended up enjoying it, and if you did, please consider dropping a like, comment, subscribe, follow, and all that beautiful stuff. And if you also have a myth of your very own that you would like to have be featured in next week's episode, please by all means leave it here in the comments down below. Or also alternatively, you can leave it within my Discord server, which is going to be linked down below in this video's description. As we wrap up the video guys, please consider checking out my second YouTube channel, Black Ninja 797 Extras. Please also consider using my supporter creator code, Black Ninja 797 in the Fortnite and Epic Games item shops. Thank you, Epic, for being my first ever sponsor. And thank you to all channel members for helping me keep the lights on and the mics on. Without your support, these types of videos would not be possible, and I just want to let you know that I tremendously appreciate every single one of you. For channel members, I'll be making dedicated sleep-themed videos along with a multitude of other perks as well. If becoming a channel member is something that interests you, I will provide a link down below in this video's description. But yeah guys, with all that being said, I hope you ended up enjoying seeing another YouTube video from the most unique YouTuber you guys are ever going to see. Thanks for watching guys, I love all of you, and peace out.
Hey meme lords, Jesus here, and you better have enjoyed that video there by the eternal god Daddy Ninja. You should probably subscribe too, or the mighty Moab will come for your balls. If you enjoyed the video, you might like it too, and give me the memes. Flash, bang, boom!